What if I told you that your daily cup of coffee, the one ritual that brings you comfort every morning, might actually be stealing years from your life? Picture this. Margaret, a vibrant 67-year-old grandmother from Wisconsin, couldn't understand why her energy crashed every afternoon, why her joints ached more each month, or why her memory seemed foggier than ever. For 30 years, she'd faithfully started each day with the same flavored instant coffee, believing she was treating herself to something special. What she didn't know was that hidden inside that innocent-looking packet were industrial chemicals and artificial additives that her aging body could no longer process the way it used to. The truth is, millions of seniors are unknowingly poisoning themselves with coffee choices that seem harmless, but are actually accelerating the aging process and creating inflammation that damages everything from their hearts to their minds. Today, I'm going to reveal the 4 types of coffee that are quietly sabotaging your health after 60. And more importantly, I'll share the 4 powerhouse alternatives that can actually reverse some of the damage and give you back the energy and mental clarity you thought were gone forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which morning ritual can become your fountain of youth, and which one is slowly stealing your golden years away. Number 1. The 4 coffee villains hiding in your kitchen. Your morning coffee ritual feels sacred, doesn't it? That first warm sip, the familiar aroma filling your kitchen, the quiet moment before the day begins. But what if I told you that some of the most popular coffee choices are quietly working against you, especially after 60, when your body needs extra care and protection? Let me paint you a picture. Helen, a retired teacher from Ohio, couldn't understand why her afternoon energy crashes became so severe, or why her doctor kept expressing concern about her rising blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Every morning for 15 years, she faithfully prepared her flavored vanilla instant coffee with non-dairy creamer, thinking she was treating herself to something special. She had no idea she was starting each day with a cocktail of chemicals that her aging kidneys could no longer filter effectively. The first villain hiding in your pantry is flavored instant coffee. Those convenient packets might taste like heaven, but they're loaded with propylene glycol, the same chemical used in antifreeze to keep engines from freezing. Your younger body could handle these additives, but after 60, your kidneys work at about half the speed they once did. Every morning, these chemicals accumulate a little more, building up like sediment in a slow-moving river. The artificial sweeteners destroy the good bacteria in your gut, the very bacteria that help you absorb vitamins and fight inflammation. Studies show that seniors who drink these blends daily face a 39% higher risk of developing insulin resistance and a 28% increased chance of heart attack. The second enemy is even more deceptive because it promises to make your coffee healthier. Those non-dairy creamers, especially the flavored ones, contain titanium dioxide, a whitening agent that's banned in food products across Europe but somehow still legal in American coffee aisles. This substance doesn't just pass through your system harmlessly. It creates oxidative stress in your cells, literally rusting you from the inside out. The hydrogenated oils pump your body full of inflammatory omega-6 fats, while processed sugars like maltodextrin spike your blood sugar higher than table sugar itself. Is it any wonder that your energy crashes, your thinking feels foggy, and those stubborn pounds around your middle refuse to budge? The third betrayal comes disguised as a health choice. Decaffeinated coffee sounds perfect for seniors who want to avoid caffeine's jittery effects, right? But here's what the labels don't tell you. Most major brands use methylene chloride, an industrial paint stripper, to remove the caffeine. Even after roasting, traces of this solvent remain in your cup. This chemical doesn't respect the protective barriers around your brain. It walks right through, potentially affecting the very neurons responsible for memory and clear thinking. Your liver and kidneys, already working overtime in your golden years, struggle to process this additional toxic load. The fourth and final villain might shock you because it seems so natural and traditional. Boiled, unfiltered coffee like French press or Turkish coffee contains high levels of kaftal, a compound that can raise your cholesterol by 20 to 30 points. For seniors already managing heart health, this is like adding fuel to a fire. Worse yet, many people use old metal coffee makers or Turkish coffee pots that release heavy metals into the brew. Your body, with its slower detoxification processes, stores these metals in your tissues, potentially affecting everything from your memory to your joint health. But here's the hope that Helen discovered and thousands of other seniors are learning. Once you know what to avoid, you can make simple changes that transform your coffee from a daily poison into a daily medicine. Number 2, simple swaps that change everything. The beautiful thing about reclaiming your health through coffee isn't that you need to become a scientist or spend a fortune on exotic equipment. Sometimes the most profound changes come from the simplest adjustments, small acts of self-care that honor the wisdom of your years. Picture James, a 72-year-old grandfather from Arizona, standing in his kitchen on a quiet Tuesday morning. For months, he'd been following his doctor's advice to monitor his cholesterol, but the numbers kept climbing despite his medications. His daughter suggested he try something different with his beloved morning French press routine. That simple conversation sparked a change that would transform not just his coffee, but his entire sense of vitality. The solution isn't to abandon your coffee ritual, it's to elevate it. The first gentle change involves how you filter your coffee. Those thin paper filters that seem so insignificant actually perform a small miracle every morning. They catch the kaftal before it reaches your cup, protecting your heart without stealing the rich flavor you crave. Whether you choose a simple pour-over setup or a drip machine with paper filters, you're giving your cardiovascular system the gift of protection. James discovered that his cholesterol dropped 15 points in just 2 months after making this one small adjustment. The second transformation happens when you reconsider what goes into your coffee after it's brewed. Remember those chemical-laden creamers we talked about? Your alternatives are not only safer, they're often more delicious. Organic whole milk contains natural vitamins and minerals that support bone health, something especially precious after 60. If dairy doesn't agree with you, unsweetened almond milk fortified with calcium and vitamin D becomes your ally in maintaining strong bones and steady energy. Some seniors discover the pure pleasure of black coffee, enhanced with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, which provides trace minerals and actually makes the coffee taste smoother and less bitter. Even simpler is adding Ceylon cinnamon to your cup. This isn't the common cassia cinnamon found in most grocery stores, but true Ceylon cinnamon that helps stabilize blood sugar and reduces inflammation throughout your body. Just half a teaspoon transforms your morning routine into a therapeutic ritual that works with your body's natural healing processes. The beautiful revelation James shared with me is that these changes don't feel like deprivation. They feel like coming home to what coffee was always meant to be: pure, nourishing, and aligned with your body's deepest needs. When you remove the industrial additives and replace them with nature's gifts, your coffee doesn't just taste better. You feel better, think clearer, and move through your day with steady energy instead of the roller coaster of spikes and crashes. These simple swaps become acts of self-respect, daily reminders that you deserve to feel vibrant and healthy, regardless of the number of candles on your birthday cake. Number 3, the 4 coffee champions for your golden years. Now let me introduce you to the 4 coffee choices that don't just avoid harm. They actively promote healing, energy, and vitality in ways that feel almost magical when you experience them for yourself. The first champion is organic medium roast Arabica coffee brewed with filtered water. This isn't just about avoiding pesticides, though that's important when your body's detoxification systems slow down with age. Medium roast Arabica contains the highest levels of chlorogenic acid, a powerful compound that helps your cells use glucose more efficiently and reduces inflammation throughout your body. Studies involving thousands of seniors show that drinking this type of coffee daily reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes by 27% and lowers inflammatory markers by 19%. The filtered water ensures you're not adding chlorine, fluoride, or heavy metals to your cup. Maria, an 80-year-old from Florida, told me that switching to organic Arabica was like lifting a fog she didn't even realize had settled over her thinking. The second champion might surprise you with its gentleness. Cold brew concentrate, prepared properly, contains up to 70% less acid than hot brewed coffee, while preserving even more antioxidants. For seniors dealing with acid reflux or sensitive stomachs, this brewing method opens the door to enjoying coffee again without discomfort. The concentration means you can prepare a batch that lasts several days, perfect for those times when arthritis makes complicated morning routines challenging. The antioxidants in cold brew specifically support eye health and cardiovascular function, two areas of particular concern as we age gracefully. The third champion represents a breakthrough in functional nutrition for seniors. Coffee, enhanced with collagen peptides, delivers a double benefit that addresses two of the most common concerns after 60: joint health and skin elasticity. The heat of the coffee helps your body absorb the collagen more effectively, while the coffee's antioxidants work synergistically with the collagen to support not just your joints and skin, but also muscle strength and bone density. Studies show that seniors who drink collagen-enhanced coffee daily experience up to 40% improvement in mobility and measurable increases in bone density after just 6 months. Robert, a 68-year-old who struggled with knee pain, found that this simple addition to his morning routine allowed him to return to his beloved garden work. The fourth champion is perhaps the most remarkable for its immediate and noticeable effects. Coffee, enhanced with MCT oil and Ceylon cinnamon, creates what many seniors describe as mental clarity they hadn't felt in years. MCT oil produces ketones that serve as premium fuel for your brain and muscles, bypassing the sluggish glucose metabolism that often develops with age. The Ceylon cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar and reduces harmful triglycerides. This combination works within 30 minutes and provides sustained energy throughout the day without jitters or crashes. Eleanor, a 75-year-old writer, credits this blend with allowing her to complete her first novel, something she dreamed of doing since retirement but couldn't maintain the mental focus to achieve. What makes these four champions so powerful isn't just their individual benefits. It's how they transform your relationship with your morning ritual from a potential health hazard into a daily celebration of vitality and self-care. Each sip becomes an investment in your energy, your clarity, your mobility, and your joy. Number 4, your coffee, your choice, your health. As we reach the end of our journey together, I want you to pause and think about something profound. The coffee choices you make aren't just about flavor or convenience anymore. At this stage of your life, every decision about what you put in your body becomes a statement about how you want to feel, how you want to think, and how you want to move through your remaining years on this earth. The sobering truth is that many of us have been unknowingly sabotaging our health for decades, one innocent morning cup at a time. Those flavored instant coffees, those convenient creamers, those seemingly harmless habits were created by an industry that prioritized shelf life and profit margins over the long-term health of the people who trusted them. But here's the empowering truth. You have the knowledge now to make different choices, better choices, healing choices. Think about Dorothy from Kansas, who at 78 thought her days of feeling energetic and sharp were behind her. She'd accepted the fatigue, the brain fog, the morning stiffness as inevitable parts of aging. But when she switched from her chemical-laden instant coffee routine to organic Arabica with a scoop of collagen and a splash of unsweetened almond milk, everything changed. Within 3 weeks, she was walking her neighborhood again. Within 2 months, she was volunteering at the library, her mind clear and engaged in ways she'd forgotten were possible. The beautiful reality is that these changes don't require a complete overhaul of your life. They don't demand that you become someone different or adopt complicated routines that feel overwhelming. They simply ask that you choose love over convenience, health over habit, vitality over resignation. When you filter your coffee through paper instead of metal, when you choose organic over processed, when you add collagen instead of chemicals, you're not just changing your coffee. You're changing your trajectory. Every morning becomes an opportunity to honor the wisdom you've gained and the body that has carried you faithfully through all your years. Your coffee cup becomes a vessel not just for caffeine, but for hope, for healing, for the radical act of believing that your best days aren't behind you. They're brewing in your kitchen, one perfect cup at a time. The choice, as it has always been, is entirely yours. But now you have the knowledge to make it with confidence, with purpose, and with the deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you're treating yourself with the love and respect you've always deserved. Your morning coffee ritual doesn't have to be a roll of the dice with your health anymore. You now know the difference between the coffees that drain your vitality and those that restore it. You understand that the choices hiding in your kitchen cabinets can either accelerate aging or become your daily fountain of youth. Think about this moment as a turning point. Tomorrow morning, when you reach for your coffee, you're not just making a beverage. You're making a choice about how you want to feel, how clearly you want to think, and how energetically you want to move through your day. The power to transform your health sits right there in your kitchen, waiting for you to embrace it. Remember Marion from Ohio, whose foggy thinking cleared when she switched to organic Swiss water decaf. Or James, whose cholesterol dropped 15 points just by using paper filters. These aren't miracles. They're simply the natural result of treating your body with the respect it deserves after all these years of faithful service. You have lived long enough to know that small changes often create the biggest transformations. Choosing organic over processed, filtered over boiled, collagen over chemicals, these aren't complicated decisions. They're acts of self-love that honor the wisdom you've earned and the future you still want to enjoy. Which of these coffee truths surprised you most today? Maybe you discovered that your favorite morning routine was working against you. Or perhaps you found hope in learning that better energy and clearer thinking are still within your reach. I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. If this opened your eyes the way it opened mine, please share it with someone you care about. Sometimes the most important conversations start over a simple cup of coffee. Until we meet again, remember that every sunrise brings a new chance to choose health, vitality, and joy. Your best days are still brewing.